Hello, in this video I want to show you how to create dependent drop-down menus for multiple rows in Google Sheet. So for example, I have a make here, right? Like I can select any make of a car, like for example Buick, and it will show me all the model associated with Buick. If I selected, let's say Dodge, it will show me all the model associated with Dodge. So same thing, selected BMW, will show me all the model associated with BMW. So the nice thing is, if I drag this down and then I drag this down again, it will also show me, let's say if I select GMC, it will show me all the model for GMC, or Honda, it will show me all the model for Honda. All right. So I want to show you how to do this because in Google Sheets a little bit tricky. In Excel it's a little bit easier because you can just paste the formula directly into the data validation box, but here you cannot do that. Um, and you have to create a kind of like a helper tab. And I've seen a lot of example on YouTube where they show you how to do it and it works, yes, but the formula is just very convoluted. And also sometimes when I follow those steps, the information it lags. So for example, if I select Honda, it'll take like a few seconds for the drop down menu to show up. And even the drop down menu show up, it'll show up blank. So there's a lag. So I found a better way to do it. And so I want to show you how to do it. All right. So let me show you my setup. So here on my setup, I have listed all of the make in row 3 and then all the model on the column associated with that make. Okay. So now how we can set that up is, let me go to the selection sample here so I can show you. So I just do make here in one column and then model in another column. So on make, I will just select that cell and then go to data. Then I go to data validation. And then from there, hit add rule. From there, go drop down, add drop down from range. And then I just select the make from my setup here, like all the make here. All right. And then I go done. And then once you go back here, you can see all the make are populated, right? You can just select from the drop down menu. So for the model, usually in Excel, what you can do is you can just go to custom formula like this and just kind of paste your formula. So for example, I already have a formula created, right? So let me just go there and paste this formula and then hit done. Once I hit this formula, nothing happens. You can see there's no drop down menu. If you do this in Excel, it will work, but in Google Sheet, it doesn't work. So you have to create a kind of like a tab, a helper tab. So how you can do that is you just go to another tab, a blank tab, and then just go to equal, and then just link it to the make or the drop down that we have, right? So let's select one, let's say it's Acura, so you can see Acura showing up. Then we need to write a formula, okay? So the formula will be starting with transpose, because we want this data to display horizontally. Otherwise, it's going to display vertically, and we don't want that, right? Because we have multiple rows that need this dependency, so we need to display the data horizontally. And then we need to use a unique formula. The reason why we need to use unique is because we want the data that's showing back to us just that one value, right? If there's two values of the same thing, we just want one value. And filter, we want to use filter because filter, when it shows the result, it shows all the ranges for that result, not just one result. Okay, so filter, what it needs to know is all of the ranges. So all of the ranges for our information are from B4 to AN30. So this is all the so all of this are all the model information, and we want to add the dollar sign in front of it. All right, so when we drag information down, it doesn't move. Okay, so basically we're just stabilizing it. And the next thing the filter wants to know is what is the condition. The condition is the make, right? All right, the same thing. We want to click on F4 so we can stabilize it. And then now filter want to know what the criteria is. The criteria is this Acura. Okay, so there, and then we can close the bracket. And then you can see right now, if you select Acura, all of the model for Acura would show up, right? So for example, if we selected, let's say, I don't know, BMW, all the model for BMW will show up. right? And then let's say we show for Honda, uh, everything for Honda will show up, right? So then, now how do we add the data validation here? So what we can do is go back to the selection sample tab. Okay, go to data, go to data validation, and then from there go to add rule, and then drop down from range, and then open up that select a data range. You can click on this grid here. Okay, and there from there just select all of this here, starting from columns or cell C3 all the way or to wherever your information show up to, right? And click OK. And then from there I want to make sure that there's no okay, so we need to come back here and make sure that the dollar sign is not there, so just remove the dollar sign. Okay, all right. The reason why we want to move the dollar sign is because we don't want it stable. We don't want absolute references, right? Because when we drag it down, we want it to just look at the different row, like row B4, B5, B6. Because if we put the dollar sign here, it'll be an absolute reference, and it'll just keep linking to row B4, and we don't want that. Okay. So now, as you can see, anything for Honda will show up, right? And then let me see if I drag this down, right? Like if I pick Acura. Then we need to go back here as well. Drag this down. Okay, drag this down and then drag this down as well. It's fine if it's NA like that, or you can just do, if you don't want to see NA, just go if error. Or you can do if this is equal to blank, then blank, otherwise that. Alright, then we drag this down like that. And then we go back here, we can drag this down as well. And then now if you pick Honda, Honda will show up, right? Acura will show Acura. BMW, BMW. Honda, or you go Bentley, show you Bentley, right? And then Chrysler shows you all the Chrysler. You can drag this down as well. Okay, so you can see the relationship, right? So why we put equal sign is because here we just want to make sure whatever we selected here, it's already automatically show up here. So then the formula, it can see whatever we selected and it'll populate the data for that information. So if your information goes all the way down to 100 row, just drag this down to 100, right? And then same thing, just drag this down all the way through 100 as well. And then you can always drag this down as well. And then so anytime when you select anything for B6, this cell here, C6, it will look for whatever's back here that's correlated to the data here. All right. So I hope that helps. So thank you so much for watching.